Hey, welcome everyone on this new Yin Yoga practice. This Yin Yoga practice I called Let Go. And letting go is something we need to do constantly because life is changing all the time. So we need to let go of expectations and things we just got adjust to. And especially now in this Corona time, we feel that too. Like rules are changing constantly, and we just have to adjust. It means we have to let go of the old rule again. And also on other layers and challenges, it's always so difficult to let go. I don't think I know anyone, please write below if it's you, that think it's easy to let go of things. Oh, I'm just dropping it. Oh, I'm dropping it. And it's a process. And doing this practice, I'm sure you can let go already a little bit and feel like a different brand new person after this class. So come and find a comfortable seat. I'm going to start this class with a story. I heard a story from Moji. And it's really, really funny story. You can look it up on YouTube as well. And I'm going to try to tell you this story. So just you can close your eyes or whatever feels comfortable for you. So this story is about a pilgrim walking in the night mountain range. Walking is walking in the mountains. And he's walking through the mountain range. And while he's walking there, he slips. He tumbles down the side of the hill, making all this kind of roller coaster jumps. And then in the last tumble, at the very edge of the cliff, he's hanging on, dangling on like a root of a tree. And down below, there's a big drop. And he's hanging there all by himself. And he's there for a while, and he's shouting, "Help! Help! Help! Is there anybody there? Help!" Then minutes goes past and his arm really starts to hurt. Help! He does not have anything, he does not have enough strength to pull him up, to pull himself up. And he's shouting again, "Is there anybody there?" And then finally a voice came. "Yes." Ah, his face is all happy. "Help, help, who is there?" And the voice says, "God." He says, "God, God." He's still dangling. He says, "God, help me. Thank you for coming. What shall I do to come up?" And then the voice says, "Let go." So he says, "What? Let go? No. If I let go, I'm dead. I'm dead. Please help me. Help me. Please, please, Lord, help me. What shall I do?" And the voice says, "Let go." Let go? God, help me. Please, please, help me. What shall I do? Let go, he heard again. So he's hanging, and minutes pass. And the hands are really burning. And the fingers are burning. And the fingers are also losing their power. And he says, hello? 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 Is there anybody there? No voice comes. Help, help, is there anybody there? So the voice came again. Yes. Who is it? God. He's still hanging and he says, is anyone else up there? Is anyone else up there? And this story tells us so much about that sometimes this wise voice is inside of us, telling us to let go. But secretly we think, my will may be done. So I like this story a lot because in some ways it has this deep truth that's maybe a reason why it's so difficult to let go, because we are not agree with it completely at that moment. And that's when we are holding. It's not always the option we want. And if we are free of wanting, which gives rise to projection, desire, dissatisfaction, discontentment. And if we're really free of this, so letting go. So close your eyes and let's meditate on this. Relaxing the eyes. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. And see if we can surrender. Surrender in what is. As there's this deep, profound truth that life is just not always going according to the plan we had in our mind, which is the challenge of life. See if you can softening the body. And then maybe feel the sensations around your heart space. Try not to change it. Try to make contact with it. Those feelings of the heart wants to be felt. Bring the focus towards your belly and maybe have any sensations in the belly. Try not to change it or push it away. Also the feelings of our bodies, bellies really wants to be felt. And see if you can have an all-over view of feelings, sensations of your body. Try not to stick to one, but really check your whole body from the top to the toes. And check in with these yin qualities of you. So the yin practice allows us to make that contact again with our yin qualities we all have inside of us. The lightness and the trust and the patience that the universe knows very, very good what he or she is doing. And that we can trust on her wisdom. So bring both hands together in front of your heart, and you can bow your head towards your heart and have a moment to set your intention for this class. Maybe also dedicate this practice to something or someone. And then we lift up the head and we slowly move into our first asana of this yin practice, which is going to be Bananasana. So we're going to lay down onto our back. And we're going to immediately work onto the gallbladder, which is a very good meridian to start when we want to let go of things. So I'm going to really lay down on the left side of my mat, as you can see. And then I'm opening up the right leg towards the side. And by the way, I didn't say anything about the props. So if you want to have some blankets or pillows or anything, then you can grab them or have them close. I don't think you need them for this pose, Bananasana, but maybe some other poses during the class, it's nice to have maybe a blanket or some pillows. So here we are laying down on our backs on the left side of the mat, and we just open this right leg all the way towards the right side of the mat. And then I'm gonna, with the help of my elbows, I'm gonna press my elbows in the floor so I can actually lift up my upper back a little bit. And also the pressure of my head into the floor. I'm walking my upper body also to the right side of the mat. And then you can bring one arm overhead or maybe two arms overhead. Be careful if you have any issue or injury with your shoulder. This may be a bit too much, and then you can just opening up the arms a little bit wider. Or just bring one arm back towards, maybe rest one hand onto your belly, for example. And then the last thing you can do is to bring your left leg a tiny little bit closer towards the right. Or maybe place one of the legs on top of each other. Just feel what suits your body, and we're looking for some kind of stretch opening on the left side of the body. And then we can just stay here. Stay into this Bananasana pose. Surrender. And to let go of any resistance really takes love. And during some poses, I will also read out loud some sentence of the poem To Let Go. It's a very popular poem, so maybe you've heard it. They say it's from Robert Paul Gillis. And the first line says that let go does not mean to stop carrying, to stop caring. It means I can't do it for someone else. Letting go. Surrender. Allow the body to get soft, heavy. And then let's have one more deep breath in this pose. Very slowly. When you have your arms overhead, maybe you want to bring your arms first back towards the belly, your side of your body, and then slowly bring your upper body again towards the center. And then maybe you want to bend your knees, placing the feet as wide as the mat, and let the knees come to touch for a little rebound. If you prefer to straighten the legs, that's also fine. Feel maybe the difference now between the left and the right side of your body. It's really a nice thing to do in the morning, this practice, but also in the evening. But as we feel more tension in the morning, it really opens the body for a nice fluid rest of the day. And in the evening, it can calm you down. Okay, slowly from here, we're going to go for banana pose the other side. So now we're moving over towards the right side of the mat. We're opening up the left foot towards the corner of the left side. We're moving the upper body towards the left side of the mat as well, keeping the hips onto the floor. So you don't want suddenly that the right hip comes off the floor. And then the last thing is bringing your arms overhead and bringing the right leg maybe a tiny little bit closer towards the left leg. Or bring that right leg over the left leg, or the left leg over the right leg. Let go is not to cut myself off. It is the realization that I cannot control another. I cannot control another. And maybe even on a deeper level, I cannot fully. For a big part, yes, but fully, maybe we cannot control life. So we're not cutting ourselves off, but we're letting go because we are realizing that we're not in control of another. And during the pose, you can, of course, always make small adjustments. Yeah, we're looking for stillness. We're trying to let go of the movements. But of course, sometimes to just replace one arm, one finger, to change your legs just a tiny little bit, can actually open a new door of letting go. And while just laying down here, maybe feel the rising and the falling of your belly. from your abdominals. And then we're going to have about 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then very slowly come out again, move very slowly to not disturb yourself too much, but also to really give your body time to slowly come out of this full long stretch of the connective tissue. Come back towards the center and choose your rebound, either with your legs straight or your knees up into the air. Stay very close to the sensations of your body. What is it what you experience right now? And then from here we're moving into the number 4 pose, or the eye through the needle. So we're going to start with the right leg. So you're going to place the right ankle on top of the left knee. And for some of you, maybe this is enough. And then for others, they like to interlock the fingers behind the left thigh or even the left knee. And there's also something in between. You can also have a towel, and that can be a very easy kitchen towel or something, and you can just hold that towel when it's wrapped behind the left leg. So we're going to hold this pose. If your head is tilting, place a block or something like a pillow under your head. That gives some more relaxation for the neck, maybe. And just dive into this pose. What kind of new sensations are here? And as we just moving from one pose to the other, we also learning here to let go of the pose. The pose we had before, they're gone. They're still probably working onto the body. It's also there a process of letting go. So the mind maybe wants to let go just as at once. While here you can really feel and experience that to let go things in the body just takes time. So check in with your beautiful yin quality. You have also within you patience. To let go is not to enable, but to allow learning from natural consequences. See if you can softening the eyes, the skin around the eyes, softening the eyeballs. Let them flow into the hollow of the eyes. Relaxing your jaw. And then take 3 more deep breaths here. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale deep. And exhale. One last deep breath in. And then on your next exhale, you can slowly come out, placing both feet flat onto the floor and the knees up into the sky. If you like, you can place your feet a little bit wider, maybe as wide as the mat, and then let the knees come to touch. Just for a moment, feel again the difference between left and right. And then we're moving over towards the other side, eye through the needle, left ankle on top of the right thigh, just below the knee. Maybe you just stay here. Maybe you take your towel or interlock the fingers behind your thigh or around your knee. And we're going to stay here for about 3 minutes. Letting go of any resistance. And don't worry if you're not there yet. It's a process. See if you can enjoy the process. To let go is to admit powerlessness, which means the outcome is not in my hands. Maybe take also a nice sigh. See if you can relax your shoulders a little bit more. Relaxing your toes, your face. And sink into this powerlessness. That we are not in control. And then take another 3 deep breaths here. Inhale deep. Exhale maybe out with a sigh. Inhale. Exhale. And the last inhale here. And then use your exhale to come out, placing the feet as wide as the mat. Let the knees come to touch and just feel the body sensations. Letting go is a process. Be patient and trust that also you have the capacity to let go of anything. And then from here you can place both hands under your buttocks, straightening the legs, and then pressing the elbows a bit into the floor, and then use your momentum to slowly come towards a seat. And if this is not working for you, then just roll to the side and come towards a seat. We're gonna move into seal pose, so we're gonna lay down onto our bellies. And just make a nice little pillow of your own hands and rest your forehead on top of your hands. Maybe you want to wiggle a little bit with your hips, with your legs. And just for a moment, get used to this new posture. Maybe it's challenging for you to lay down on your belly for whatever reason. Maybe it's your favorite pose. And you can imagine the two differences, what that does with the mind. But see if you can just acknowledge, okay, this pose is difficult for me. Or acknowledge, okay, this is one of my favorite poses. And just be with what is, letting go of the need that it needs to be different. Surrender. To let go is not to try to change or blame another. It is to make the most of myself. To let go is not to try to change or blame another. It is to make the most of myself. It's a beautiful one, huh? I thought, let's read it again. To really feel like, I will really choose to let go things, because I know that I can be a better version of myself when I choose to let things go, what doesn't serve anymore. Okay, from here we come onto the elbows, and maybe you want to make the distance between the feet a little bit wider. So you can choose where you want to have your legs. Maybe a little bit more open, maybe a little bit more closed. Really just shake your hips for a moment to let go of any tension in your buttocks. And then maybe you can feel already something happening into your lower back. Then this is maybe the exact pose for you. You can just stay here, hang into the shoulders, and maybe dropping your head down. If this is too much, then you can also bring your elbows a little bit further away from you. You can rest your head onto your hands, or again just fold, let it fold. And if you want more, then you can choose maybe a nice book or anything you have at home, to maybe a pillow, to support your elbows on top. So you're lifting yourself a little bit up. The arch of the spine increases and there's gonna be more tension in the lower back. And if you want to go for the full seal pose, if you have more space in the spine, then you can also straighten out the arms. So just stay here into this seal pose. To let go is not to care for, but to care about. Can you really let go of any pain, sensation, resistance you might experience in this pose? And to let go does not matter or does not mean that it's gone immediately, but that you choose not to give it your full attention. Give your full attention to the whole experience of the body, and not only that part what screams the most or what you don't like. If you want, you can also maybe bring your legs a little bit more back and bend the knees. For the last couple of breaths here. Take one more last deep, full inhale here. And then on an exhale, you slowly make your way back down. And then make that pillow again of your hands. And just rest your forehead on top of the hands. Maybe shake your hips a little bit from left to right. Replace your legs back again. And then let go of seal pose again, or swings pose. Arriving into this new rebound pose. Softening the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Then what we're going to do is just for a moment activate the whole body, and then we can come back to this pose again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back onto the elbows. We're going to tuck our toes, pull the navel in, and we're going to lift up the hips into crocodile pose. Now push your heels away. If this is too much, bring your knees to the floor. Otherwise, lift up your knees, pushing the heels away, and really feel the power. Squeeze into your navel, into your buttocks, into your thighs, into your legs, and relax. Letting go. Sometimes letting go is easier after this contradiction of contracting the body and then releasing. So sometimes things have to just go really, really bad, or sometimes you have to get really, really sick of something, like tired of something, and then it's the moment to let go. It's not in all cases, but it just reminds me on this strong crocodile pose and then release. So let's do it again. So come to your elbows. See if you can tuck your toes and then lift up your hips, lift up your knees, and really squeeze and really feel this power in your legs and your hands and your arms, and pull the navel up, 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 up. Again, if this is too much, lowering down the knees, and then slowly release. And then from here, we're gonna turn ourselves up. Well, let's come into a child pose to stretch out the lower back a little bit. Take it easy when you feel a lot of sensations in your lower back. Maybe just slow down even more. You can stay here, for example. And then when it's time to really round the spine and come into child pose, then your body will tell you. We're not going to stay here too long. Another 2 breaths as we're moving into saddle pose. And for saddle pose, it is nice to have some props. So maybe have a blanket or a bolster or a pillow if you have it. Anything what can help you to relax a little bit into this pose. So we're gonna do half saddle pose. The right leg is straight, and then we're gonna bring that left knee behind us, or we bend the left knee and the left foot next to the hip. So this looks different already by anyone. I have seen people being with their leg here, 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 every angle I've seen. So don't worry, your angle is fine as well. But it's always a little bit difficult for the ankle here. So if you feel some stretch there, it's nice to maybe, even a sock can help, to lift up, place it under your ankle, or under your shin bone maybe, to create some space for your ankle. So here you can rebel with some softness. And then we're moving backwards. And just start to lean backwards. And some of you can immediately feel here the hip flexor, the hip opener here, and the quadriceps, the big muscle here on the front side of your leg. Be careful for the knee. If you feel pain in the knee, then maybe this is not your pose. What you can do then is you can just roll onto the side. Oh, sorry, I have my microphone here. And then you can hold your ankle and give yourself a nice little stretch while you're just laying down on your side. You can also do this onto your belly. So belly or side is an optional, otherwise just stay here. What you can do is to lift up your hips if you don't feel anything yet. So I'm lifting up my hips, and then I'm tucking my tailbone. I'm moving my hips forward, and then I'm gonna feel more into this stretch. So this is where we're gonna stay. Some of you can even maybe come more down, maybe onto your elbows. If you have books, you can actually make a whole tower of books and then come back like this. So I hope you have a lot of books. And then you can maybe every week when you practice this, take one book off, and then slowly maybe coming down. Maybe you feel your lower back, take it easy. And some of you maybe can completely go down. Maybe your left knee comes up, that's also fine. When you're all the way down, maybe you want to bring your arms overhead as well. If you still don't feel anything, maybe you want to bend your right knee or interlace the fingers around the right knee and stretch this more open, or drop the right knee all the way towards the side. So you're going to stay here for about 2 more minutes, trying to let go. What is this pose teaching you to let go? The poem teaches us to let go is not to fix, but to be supportive. That's a nice one. So where can you be also supportive toward yourself in this pose and not trying to fix it? This pose is stimulating the stomach meridian, and the stomach is, as we all know, a very important organ for digesting our food. And on an energy base, to stimulate the stomach meridian is really helpful to digest everything in your life. We are facing things, we have to deal with things just come up to us, challenges, things we're not asked for, and we have to digest this again. And let's have one more deep breath in here. Very slowly come out on an exhale. And then straighten this left leg. And then for a moment, just feel the difference between the left and the right leg. Maybe you want to stay here, hang out with me in beach pose. Maybe you want to just lay down completely onto your back. And then slowly move over towards the other side, half saddle pose. So now we're going to bend the right knee, maybe support your ankle again with a sock, a towel, or a blanket. Be careful with the knee, otherwise come lay down on your side or on your belly to stretch the front side of your right thigh. Go in slowly, we're not in a rush. The mind wants to go fast, but give your body time to explore. Maybe lift up your hips and then turn the hips like this, forward, feeling more the stretch into the quadriceps and your right hip flexor. And then maybe come down, or maybe place a lot of pillows or books where you can put your elbows on top. Maybe you want to go down all the way. To let go is not to judge, but to allow another to be a human being. Yeah, the judging part. We're judging people all the time. We're judging people and we're judging ourselves all the time. So it's a good practice to see and actually look from a distance, like, I'm judging this person, but hey, these other people, they're just human beings. And the less you judge other people, the less you're also judging yourself. And you're also just a human being with fears and desires. We just want to be happy after all, no? So letting go of any judgment. It's a process, so don't worry if you're not there yet. And then take another last deep breath here in half saddle pose. And on an exhale, you can slowly start to come out. Come out slowly. And feel maybe the warmth and tingling of the right leg. You can find a nice rebound. Let's come, everyone come just lay down onto the back. Surrender. Now you can really feel maybe releasing of every muscle. And let go is not to be in the middle arranging all the outcomes, but to allow others to affect their own destinies. Yeah, letting go of the outcome. You want to play yourself, let other people play as well. And then you can bring your feet flat onto the earth, knees up to the sky, and then come into a laying Baddha Konasana butterfly pose. And if you want, you can bring your arms into a cactus, or place your arms there where you can maybe feel a small opening of the chest, small opening of the shoulders. And on any time of this pose, when it doesn't feel good anymore, just bring the knees up towards the sky and the feet flat onto the earth to give the inside of your hips a little rest. I'm going to stay here about 2 minutes. Maybe take a nice deep breath in, exhale out, softening the face. To let go is not to be protective. It is to permit another to face reality. To let go is not to deny, but to accept. And take another last deep breath in this pose, maybe already bringing your arms back. Then maybe with a little help of your hands, move your legs towards each other again. And then bringing the knees into the chest, maybe stay here still or rock a little bit from left to right. And then from here we move into a twist. I'm placing my feet back to the floor first, so I can press my feet into the earth to lift up my hips and move my hips a tiny bit towards the right side of the mat. So actually only my left buttocks are now into the floor. Then I'm going to lift up my knees to the chest, and almost by itself I'm rolling towards my left side, but it's maybe working different for you. But the knees are going to the left, and then I'm going to try to bring my upper body a bit towards the right. I'm opening up my right arm to the side, or maybe over towards my right ear, and surrender into this twist. This is also a nice pose to place a pillow in between the legs or under the legs. Or if you have a book, you can also place the book in between the legs or under the legs. Make it yourself comfortable. Don't judge your body and let go. Let go is not to nag, scold, or argue, but instead to search out my own shortcomings and to correct them. To let go is not to adjust everything to my desires, but to take each day as it comes and to cherish myself in it. I like that last one. Let's take today as it comes and to really just cherish myself in this day. Very slowly give yourself one more last deep, full breath in this twist. Very slowly make your way back towards the center. Have a moment here. And then lift up your hips. Move your hips over towards the left side. And then bringing the knees back towards the chest and roll over towards the right side for a twist. So we're moving the upper body again towards the left side. Use any props, tools, blankets to make this twist really suit your body at this moment. Nurturing yourself. To let go is not to criticize and regulate anybody, but to try to become what I dream I can be. Let go is not to regret the past, but to grow and to live for the future. Gonna stay one more minute in this pose, softening the shoulders, the eyes, the nose, the lips, the cheeks, the mouth, the tongue. And feel the rising and soft falling and rising of the abdominals, the belly. And then take your last deep breath in this twist. Slowly come out, back towards the center. Have a moment here to just feel how it is to come out of this twist. And then straighten out the legs, cover yourself maybe. Do whatever is needed to really fully relax into Shavasana. Maybe squeeze the muscles for a moment and then just drop it, letting go. letting go. And I will read another beautiful poem while you can surrender, letting go, in this final pose, Shavasana. I surrender. I let go of decisions, priorities, preferences, to-do lists, plans. I let go of the need to know, to understand, to make sense of it all. I let go of the need to explain. I let go of my things I wanted to do before I die list. I never wrote that list anyway. I let go of the books I wanted to read along with the magazines, the blogs post, the movies, the concerts, the shows, the expeditions, the places I wanted to visit, people I wanted to meet, things I wanted to do, skills I wanted to master, food I wanted to eat. I let go of the need to practice yoga and meditation. I let go of my mind and its games and patterns. I let go of my self-inflicted suffering. I let go of the idea of others and things as the source of my happiness or suffering. I let go of my past decisions, my plans, my commitments, my responsibilities, my promises and vows. I let go of the idea of money as a source of security, fulfillment, joy, and status. I let go of spiritual growth. I let go of the need to belong, to matter, to be seen. I let go of beliefs. I let go of fear and the fear of fear. I let go of stress, busyness, anxiety, and worry. I let go of the need to be right, to be better, to be smart. I let go of guilt and shame over my actions and the actions of any group I thought I belonged to. I let go of everything that doesn't really serve me. I let go of control. I let go of control. I let go of control. I surrender. I allow life to unfold. I call upon inspiration, inner guidance, and intuition to decide for me. I welcome the unknown, the unmanifested, the indescribable, ethereal, eternal. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. And then very slowly start to activate your breath, moving your fingers, your toes, the ankles, the wrists. Maybe bringing your hands towards your face and give yourself a nice facial massage. A nice spiritual wash of letting go of any old masks or rolls. And then slowly, maybe you want to give yourself a nice stretch first, and then make yourself small and roll onto your side. And then come towards a seated pose. Any seated posture that suits your body. Bringing both hands together in front of your heart. Bow deep, deep to this experience you have right now. Bow deep to the person you are right now. Say thank you. Thank you. Namaste. And thank you so much for watching this Yin Yoga practice with me. I'm always happy with the comments. I always read them. Share with me what you think, what you feel, what you experience. And every Sunday there's a new Yin Yoga class, so I see you next Sunday. If you like this Yin Yoga practices, you can also look back other Yin Yoga practices. And for the regular people in Amsterdam, I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye.